What up, it's your boy, the ATX Sooner, back with another video, late night edition. And welcome to What the Wednesdays, man. Back again, another Wednesday. Um, Another game dominated, looking good. More lessons learned. And we're going to break down a little bit of that. But for the most part of today, I didn't really have too much to break down for that game, really. I mean, it was really as close to flawless as you can get, honestly. I mean, Jeff Levy called the perfect game. Defense went crazy. DG went crazy, used his legs. Sawchuk ran away from everybody. We didn't get to see Tawi in there, but I mean, we handled business. Drake Stoops, of course, can't forget the man. Nick Anderson, oh, man, I can go on for days. We had a really good game. And I mean, we'll just start with what we learned from that game. I mean, like I said, I don't have too much to go from that game because, I mean, it was amazing. What I can say though, from what we did learn from that game is we hold all year, and it's been this way all year. We hold our fate in our hands all year when it comes to winning and losing the game. Obviously, I ain't talking about, playoff picture or Big 12 picture, and we'll go over that also. But I'm talking about just having the talent, having the ability, having the heart. Like whenever that team chooses, when Team 129 chooses to dominate and perform and go crazy, that's exactly what they do. And I don't know what happened with Kansas. I don't know what happened with Oklahoma State. I mean, like I said, I feel like that was more of a discipline thing, and that just goes to show you that we always hold it in our hands. We hold our fate in our hands every game. We could be undefeated right now if them boys was more disciplined and decided to execute a little better. I mean, it's just looking back at that, learning from that. It's like, damn, we could have been there. We could have been right there in the playoff picture if we just had our minds right. If we something was not connected again when it comes to Kansas and Oklahoma State. Something was not there. What that was, I don't know. But either way, what we learned that this team can come out there and beat the best of them whenever they choose to, but they just got to make that decision. They got to make the decision to play a clean game, no turnovers, no penalties. Like that's something that they gotta make that decision. And just sucks having those two L's, man. Knowing that we really won those games, really, it's just the discipline, the execution, it just wasn't there. So that's one thing I would say we learned, and that's all I'm gonna keep it at that when it comes to what we learned from last week. Because outside of that, I mean, it was amazing. Everything was great. But I mean, we can look at what some things we might need to fix though. And that goes back to the mentality, man. We're flawless when we want to be. Like when we choose to be flawless and we choose to play as a team, it it shows. It shows, and you can see it every Saturday. When that team decides, hey, we coming out here to dominate today, and it's just again, man, that's something we need to fix. We need to be consistent with that, which we have been. Don't get me wrong. I mean, this team is not supposed to be where they are right now. All these close games, and I misspoke. Let me take that back. This team is exactly where they should be because they are this good. But if you being realistic about it, coming from a 6-7 year last year, we was happy to get 9 wins, 8 wins. Maybe not be happy, don't get me wrong. But we didn't a 10 win season would have been overachieving, outdoing out all of our expectations. I mean, and that's what we're in line for. Like, we are in line to win 10 games. But it goes back to what we've learned and what we can fix. Do y'all want it? Do y'all want these 2 dubs coming? Like, do y'all want this, or is it too big for you? And I don't think this is too big for this team. I think this team is going to finish out strong, and head into the SEC with their head high and Big 12 champions. But like I said, we'll get to that later. And I mean, hey, let's get to it now. What does the future hold? Um, Man, when it comes to the present future, speaking about the Big 12, man, they shit the bed, man. Like, I don't know what's going on. I mean, I don't know who run. I mean, I know that the whole commissioner, like whoever, whatever is going on with the Big 12 when it comes to trying to get this tiebreaker stuff figured out, they are about 12 weeks too late. like, like why now? And this is something that you knew you're adding more teams to the Big 12. So why do you think that you can still have the same structure as if each one of these teams were playing each other? Now it's a bad look. Now us Oklahoma fans or even the UT fans, or I mean Oklahoma State right now too, they're in this boat too. They can look at the Big 12 like, what are y'all doing? Are y'all trying to, y'all got something against us? You know, and that's how we're feeling at Oklahoma. And, you know, Texas, they might be riding a high horse right now, but when I do see a L in their future, don't get me wrong. Which I hope they win out because I want to be the team. I want Oklahoma to be the team to spoil everything that they have going on this year. But either way, man, the Big 12 is really, this is exactly why we're leaving the Big 12. Let's put it that way. Unorganized. How do you wait to the end of the year to say, oh, dang, wait, what do we do if there's a tiebreaker? You're going to wait till the end of the year. There's 2 games left in the year to have that thought, to have that mentality that there might be a tie. There might be some teams that are tied when it comes to wins and losses in the conference. I mean, heck, it's been like that all year long. All year long, we've been in a tie. Like the top, whether it's number 1 or number 2 spot, we've literally been in a tie all year long. And they are just now talking about we need to figure this out. So what the future holds for Oklahoma is not that. Let's put it that way. The future does not hold the Big 12. We can kiss that goodbye. We're going to the SEC. Get them SEC chants ready because we are about 3 weeks away from being able to say, yeah, we in there officially. Obviously, we got the bowl games and everything like that, but that is what it is. At that point, we in the SEC. But speaking about the SEC, speaking about the future of this team, looking at the roster, man, I ain't gonna lie, we're losing a lot of people. Like, we are losing a good amount of people, a good amount of starters, too. I have it written, we got at least 7 starters gone on offense. That's clearly more than half the offensive starters are leaving. And then when you want to talk about defense, depending on what Danny does, if he decides to stay, then we're losing 5 players that are starting. If he decides to stay, or if he decides to leave, then obviously that's 6 players, which is more than half of our defense that's leaving. But the thing I love about BV and this coaching staff is they think ahead. And I know I might have been, complaining about the subs and cycling people in too much. And mainly my complaint with that is on offense. I don't think that we should be subbing out linemen and running backs the way that we have been doing all year. But at the end of the day, if you really think about it, that's giving these young players experience. That way that whenever they jump into the SEC next year, they're not just jumping into the fire with no experience at all. Like, and this is why I'm a fan and he's a coach. Because I can get emotional. Y'all know I can get emotional. Y'all can get emotional also. Whenever I'm seeing everything that I don't like, I don't like this. Why are you doing this? But then at the end of the day, if you sit back, relax, take a chill pill, see what might be going on, you might be seeing that, okay, this might be for more than this year. This might be long-term thinking. I'm thinking right now. But the coaching staff is thinking years from now, So they're getting these players recycled. Don't get me wrong, the offensive speed, it don't matter if they were all young, they were going to get recycled anyways because that offense moves too fast. We need to slow down. I'm not going to go on that rant, though. But at least we got experience when it comes to these young players getting in the game. Um, but those are the people that, that's a lot of players that are leaving. But let's talk about the people that are coming back that are gonna be in the SEC. And I'm not even gonna bring in. I'm not gonna bring up not one recruit, not one 5-star, not one 4-star, not one 3-star. Like I'm not bringing in. I'm not bringing up no recruits right now. So understand that with what I'm about to say, because it's crazy. I mean, it's crazy what we're gonna be next year and the year after that. But coming back, Nick Anderson, dog. Farouk, dog. G Freaky, dog. We got freaking linemen's coming back. I mean, like Caden Green. I mean, he's a freshman and he is dominating out there. He coming back, dog. And Andrew Anthony, hopefully he's healthy and he's able to come back, which he will be, which is a good thing about getting hurt as early as he did. That way he can go into the spring, go into the summertime, get that workout in, get back in shape, and be our starting receiver again. If we even if that's your position, we don't know, because we are loaded. Because those people I just named, that's all you need right there. Don't get me wrong, you need more than that. But as when it comes to a core starting lineup, you're good with those receivers I just named. Now let's go into the running backs, because Sawchuk is coming back. Tyree Walker's coming back. Barnes, I hope he's coming back, because I really believe in Barnes. With the amount of playing time that he got this year, I'm scared that might, get him out of here. He might want to go somewhere where he feels he could produce a little more, but let's not even put that energy in the air. We got Barnes coming back. Come back, Barnes, because you're in a good spot. Don't get me wrong. You want to play more, but your time is gonna come, and you are going to go crazy. I know we all believe in you, but I definitely believe in you. So that's the offense, though. Those are just some starters that we're keeping on offense. I only named one lineman. One offensive lineman, but we're even gonna have more than that coming back. I'm just talking about the people that we all know of. We all difference makers of this year, that's coming back. But when you get into the defense, don't get me wrong, the defense have already been going crazy, right? Ethan Downs coming back. Danny Studgman, I don't see him coming back because his draft stock got to be high. I mean, if his draft stock is not high right now, then I don't know what teams need linebackers in the league. That might have a lot to do with it too. But man, this dude is the person that you want on. To me, okay, I'm gonna say this: Kenneth Murray, Box, RIP. Like he's in that name. His name should be mentioned with those players. Like these are dominant players, and you look at Kenneth Murray. He's in a league going crazy right now. But I would put him a step above him if he comes back. If you don't come back, get your money, Danny. I feel it. Go be a pro. But guess what? Even if he does leave, we got Koenig coming back. We got McCullough coming back. We got Gentry Williams coming back. Young man. We got Billy Bowman is probably coming back. I feel like he's coming back. Peyton Bowen. Young dog, coming back. Vickers, coming back. Kip Lewis, coming back. R. Mason Thomas. Bro, come on. And I have not named one recruit that's coming in. Man, I got a comment. This is off topic, kind of, but I got a comment. I commented it on somebody's video talking about how, everybody says Oklahoma State wants it more than Oklahoma in Bedlam, which they probably do. Don't get me wrong. I was probably wrong for that comment. But after they won, this Oklahoma State fan had the nerve to say, good luck in the SEC. You're going to be bottom dwellers. Let's have a moment of silence for that, man. I love talking football with people that don't really know what they're talking about. But anyways, man, that's just off topic. I wanted to paint that as a picture of how people are looking at Oklahoma and how wrong they're gonna be. Because how good we are this year, we're a year ahead of what we're supposed to be. Honestly, I would say we're 2 years ahead of what we're supposed to be. I feel like next year we were supposed to be 10-2. And don't get me wrong, we're not there yet, but I'm gonna speak that into existence. I feel like going our first year into the SEC, we're supposed to be 10-2. And then I feel like the year after that, we supposed to be conference champions. Like that's where I'm at with it. But hell, we gonna be 10-2 this year. I think we are gonna go into the SEC and dominate every one of those teams. Don't get me wrong, you got your Georgias, you got your Alabamas. That's it. I think we're gonna go into LSU, and I think we're gonna put a beating on them. Because you got to remember what happened last time we played LSU. We got that chip on our shoulder. And people going to think that, I'm going to add Texas into this too, but people going to think Texas and Oklahoma are going to come into this league and just pity-pat around and be a freaking Missouri or be a A&M or, like, put some respect on the names, man. I understand the whole Texas slander. They are just a brand. Don't get me wrong. They look good this year. But put some respect on the name of Oklahoma, man. We are not them, and we are not y'all. And this is the cocky Oklahoma fan coming out of me, because that's real. It's real. We are not Texas, and we are not y'all. Texas is built to win it all this year. Let me say that again. Texas is built to win it all this year. Do you see what we did to them boys? We ain't even ready yet. We're not even ready yet. And do you see what we did to them boys? When we decide, this goes back to what I've learned and what we need to fix. When we decide that we are going to come into this game and dominate you and play a good, clean game, we're unbeatable. Georgia might have something to say about that, but we're unbeatable. I mean, Ohio State, I don't think they can. Oklahoma at its best is the best team in the nation. And I'm going to stand on that. Oklahoma at its best is the best team in the nation. And that's what I got for y'all this Wednesday. I mean, it's been 18 minutes going on 20. I always say I'm going to try to keep these videos short. But at this point, man, I don't care. It is what it is. If y'all tune in, y'all tune in. If you don't tune in, hey, it is what it is. One day you might. If you get tired of me hearing my voice, cut me off. It don't matter. But I'm gonna get my stuff off regardless. Let's put it that way. But thank you for tuning in, man. It's another What the Wednesday. We're gonna keep this going for the foreseeable future. Like I said, I put a post out there because I knew that this was gonna be a late upload. But the good thing about the late upload is we under the lights. We get the light show, just like them boys had last week. They had the light show going on. So I hope you guys enjoy it, man. Again, end this off with positivity. I went to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning last night. Well, this morning. I had to wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning to go to work. And I hated it. I did not want to do it. I wanted to call in. I wanted to do so much things other than work. But I got my ass up, got my paper, and did what I had to do to handle my business, to handle my responsibilities. And although I didn't want to do that, I had to do it. And I always say this, I know it's repetitive, but it's facts. There's somebody out there right now that's grinding harder than me, grinding harder than you, and guess what? Their bank account probably reflect that. And I want my bank account to reflect the work I'm putting in, so, and I hope you would want the same, but it is what it is, man. Do what you love to do. Money's not everything, but as long as you're doing something that you love to do and you're responsible and you're being a good person, you're putting that good energy out there, it's going to recycle back to you and you're going to be good. We all going to be good because that's how it is. That's just how the world works, in my opinion. I'm praying for you guys. Hope you guys are praying for me. And Yeah, it's your boy, the ATX Tuner, and I'm signing out. And the future's bright. I'll see y'all in a couple days whenever I'm going to preview the next game. And you know what I expect from them boys. It's probably going to be the same video I've made 12 times. But it is what it is. It's in my DNA, and I know it's in y'all's DNA. Bye.